Bandung, Coach Diorde Jovicic, and the player representative, Abraham Damargrahita. Welcome, Coach and player. Thank you for being here tonight. We'll begin with the first question. Coach, could you share your evaluation and thoughts on tonight's game?
Okay, congratulations, Pelita, on the victory. Congratulations, my players, on the regular season. I told in the locker room that I'm really proud. I came here second time in IBL, and my job to build the champion team. I sure that we are doing great job, that we are play a really good basketball, that we play one of the best defense in the league, and that we showed during the regular season that we have a quality, that we have a brain, and that we have the character and attitude what we were working from the first day. It's very difficult to play in the leagues with the three foreigners if you play with the one who came from injury or something like that. During all the season, we were handled that kind of the situation, and then we didn't complain. That means we are now moving, looking forward for the playoffs. I want to tell one more that I'm really proud on the season, and we didn't finish the season. That means we are going in the Bandung to take a rest, to recover yourself, and then we are going in the playoff, match by match, match by match. Only what I need is support, that gym in the Bandung will be full, because these guys and this team, they deserve that. And until now, we were the gym with the most spectators in the IBL League. And that means we are like a team, and the city, we are growing, and I hope that we will not disappoint anyone.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach, for the answer. Selanjutnya untuk Abraham, ada pendapat untuk game hari ini?
Well ya, kredit untuk Pelita Jaya karena memenangkan pertandingan hari ini, namun tanpa menjadikan alasan dengan import league driven liga seperti ini, dengan kurangnya satu pemain impor jelas akan menjadi sebuah kelemahan. Tapi kita membuktikan bahwa kita bisa bermain dengan standar yang bagus, bermain dengan standar Satria Muda, menekan Pelita Jaya yang merupakan juara musim reguler sampai ke detik-detik terakhir yang full team. So ya, saya rasa ini tetap jadi modal yang bagus untuk Satria Muda Bandung menghadapi playoff.
Oke, thank you Abraham untuk jawabannya. Next untuk tim media, apakah ada pertanyaan yang ingin dilemparkan pada Satria Muda?
Coach, are you worried that Niven and Georgie don't have enough time playing together with the team?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. And I'm worried because the Niven didn't start to practice. The doctor and medical staff, they want to convince me that it's everything okay, that will be ready 100%, but we will see when they start. But doesn't matter, no excuse, no nothing. That means we already, as I told before, we show everybody that we will not give up, that we will fight until the season, and I hope that they will be okay, because Georgie, he was play today, and the doc said only 7 minutes, he played already 20 minutes, because he wants to play and he wants to help the guys to finish the season on the appropriate way. I hope that kind of injury with the Georgi, it's much more handleable, because it's ankle sprain, and that's already it's 15 days, but it's still swollen. But about the Georgi, I'm sure that he will be ready. Yes, you have a right, good question. It's very difficult when you are changed to foreigners and then they didn't play too much together, but we have almost 12 days because we must rest 2 days the plays after back-to-back matches, and I hope that we will have, I'm sure that we will have a time to adjust and to be ready for the playoffs, and then match by match.
And can you also talk about the Perrin Buford shot in the baseline when Sandy defended him? You like that defense by Sandy, and how well did Sandy do his job today on limiting Perrin Buford?
I believe that's a process. When we came here, we have the very clear picture. That's I had a very clear picture, and the staff and management of the club. That means we start to build the champions team. In champions team, we need a rotation. Sandy is the player who this season play much more better than the previous. He play with much more confidence, and he's shared the energy during the defense. Yes, of course, he played today good defense on the last offense against the Bavard. He want to steal the ball. That's a little bit with I can say no experience, but we cannot complain. Dame was playing also good defense today, two times. Yes, he forgot some decision and some game plan that he on the wheel actions he cannot allow him the back door, but that's a process. And if we want to build the players, we must give them the freedom and we must give them the minutes. But on the other side, they must deserve every minutes on the court. And until now, they deserve. Because of that, they have a minute. It's very simple.
Thank you, Coach. Bram, kalau dari sisi pemain sendiri, kayaknya Niven baru main sama kalian berapa ya? 2 game? 3 game? Oke. 4, oke. And Georgie baru 3 kayaknya ya. Kalau dari sisi pemain sendiri tuh ada khawatir nggak sih kayak kurang sering main bareng gitu ya untuk bisa build chemistry menuju ke playoff nanti?
Ya, sering main bareng jelas akan sangat membantu. Tapi kita di ujung playoff is around the corner, so let's make the best out of it.
Buat Koh Bram, mungkin waktu persiapan untuk playoff 2 minggu ya Koh. Ini apa yang mau dari kapten sendiri dipersiapkan untuk tim Satria Muda untuk menghadapi playoff, dan kalau nggak salah lawannya adalah KBS nanti di babak playoff. Seperti apa untuk dari tim kapten sendiri? Terima kasih. Saya ngitung tadi KBS sih.
Ya, siapapun lawannya, terlebih dari siapapun lawannya, saya rasa playoff jelas kita harus sangat siap secara tim. So mungkin physically harus jauh lebih kuat karena jadwal mainnya akan cukup padat, apalagi dengan best of 5. Dan ya, chemistry dan mentally tentu harus jauh lebih baik lagi juga.
Hari ini tiba-tiba berubah jadi 6 man. Hari ini, secara mindset atau preparation gimana tadi? Apakah memang udah ngobrol-ngobrol sama Coach George maybe kemarin?
Enggak ada obrolan sih, cuman as a player, as a professional, you have to be ready in every circumstances. So this is what it is. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Coach, losing 3 straight games before playoff is obviously not ideal. How you make sure it doesn't affect the players' mentality?
I'm sure because I'm every day with them. Did you see that anyone give up during these 3 games? Did you see?
Yes.
Which one?
Yeah, the mentality players are so.
That means they are the really players with the character. They didn't give up any one match. That means we played against the Bogor with no big eye. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yes, and then we go. It's when the league's going match by match. It's very difficult to keep the energy because you are hustle every match, and then it's very difficult to play in the same level every match. And then we played really good first. We play against the Deva at the home first match. It was a very difficult when you don't have a big one. We rotate a lot against the Ibarra. They score almost everything. And then it's very difficult to be that time of it. But if you ask me, did we play well? Yes, we play well. We play against the Hawks Tangerang. After that, with the one import on the court, we control almost all the situation during the match defensively. And then we control more or less every situation in the offense, and we create open shots for the shooter. And what they have to do, they didn't give up. They continue to stay. That means that's a character. If you see that someone give up and that someone wants to hesitate, doesn't want to take a shot, I will be afraid. But now I really believe in my team and character of these players, and I believe that we will fight. We will not give up. Doesn't matter in which roster we will be. We are in the full roster or not. We will not give up. That's only what is important for me.
Thank you, coach.
Oke, jika tidak ada pertanyaan lagi, maka demikian untuk sesi press conference kita pada hari ini. Thank you very much coach for the time. Thank you Abraham. Kita akan lanjutkan untuk sesi selanjutnya. Hello everyone, welcome to the IBL GoPay 2026 post-match press conference for tonight's game between Pelita Jaya Jakarta and Satria Muda Pertamina Bandung. We are joined by the head coach of Pelita Jaya Jakarta, Coach David Singleton, along with the player representative, Perrin Levin Buford. Welcome coach and congratulations for tonight's win. Coach, could you please share your thoughts and comments on tonight's game?
Yes, good evening everyone. First of all, a very good game by two good teams. Both teams have some players out, but I think both teams wanted to win. They showed that was like a playoff type of game. The 1 and the 2 seed in the playoffs, just battling a rivalry for a long time. So everybody kind of knew what to expect. It was going to be a very prideful game, and I thought that's what you saw, a defensive battle. Both teams really played aggressive defense, and I thought our defense showed up really well throughout the game, especially late, getting some stops that we needed. Lots to clean up. I think everybody can agree, and everybody on our team knows we want to play better. We want to do better. Right now, we're just talking about how we can flow a little bit better, a little bit more precision and precise. It was very physical out there tonight. I thought we turned the ball over a little bit too much, which we cannot do come playoff time. And then, the biggest thing for us right now is we're just in a little bit of a cold slump, missing some free throws, missing some threes. The entire season, for however many games it's been, we've been the #1 3-point shooting team in the league the entire season, and right now we're not hitting any. So it makes it hard, and it makes the games closer and tighter and a little bit more looking like struggle when you kick the ball out in a wide open person and we miss it, that we normally make it. So those are big plays that can separate games, and I think we just got to keep trusting ourselves and believing that when we come back and reset for these 2 weeks that we're going to get back to work, and some of those things will start happening for us. And I think when it does, you guys will see even better performances from us and us playing better. But grind out win. Winning is not easy, so I'm very proud of everyone. Jeff's defense late, some of the blocks and things he did, Darius's effort all over the place tonight. Neo had some good minutes. Day had some good minutes. And then this guy right here closes the show. When we were in a tough spot, he bailed us out and made some big plays, and that's why he's here. So very happy with the win. Again, we're going into this playoff with some momentum, and we got to rest up and recover and get back to work.
Okay, thank you very much, coach, for the answer. Next, for the player, Buford, any thoughts or comments on tonight's game?
Just to piggyback off what Coach said, you get 2 of the top teams and you get a playoff atmosphere. We definitely got to, take care of the ball, me and Pros especially. We had majority of the team's turnover tonight. But I think overall, we got better today as a unit. We got closer. There were some tough moments, and we was able to get through those things. I think that will allow us to grow as a team. Now we have 2 weeks off before the playoffs start, and I think this will be beneficial. As a player, obviously we don't want to wait that long, but it will definitely be helpful.
Okay, thank you for the answer. Okay, now we'll open the question for the media team. Any question?
Perrin, let's go to you first. Just how was your experience? How was your first experience of the rivalry game between Pelita Jaya and Satria Muda?
It was a good one. It was really physical. The referees allowed them to, do whatever, and I adjusted pretty quickly. If they weren't going to call it, I was like, all right, cool, let's play through it. The crowd was amazing. The energy was good, and I enjoyed it. Anytime you can play in a rival game, you get up. You don't even need to stretch. You know what I mean? It's just what it is, and that blood get the boiling, and you always want to perform well.
And of course, the baseline, that was probably the biggest shot of the game. Was it a drawing play, or was it just given?
It was one of those things where me and Coach Dave was actually kind of barking at each other. He called a few plays that I didn't agree with, but obviously I had to run because he's a coach. But it was an opportunity where he allowed me to be aggressive. He's been encouraging me to be more aggressive as of late, and that was just one of those things. Him trusting in me trusting in myself, and my teammates trusting in me, and I was able to make a play. And it's not anything I'm not familiar with.
Coach, 2 weeks break.
Yeah.
And then you got Agassi right now. I don't know the update for Agassi. And you got Waddle coming in.
Yeah.
What kind of challenge do you see, by this next 2 weeks, like inserting Waddle, obviously, haven't got any repetition yet?
We got a couple ideas and plans for that. We're not just going to throw him into the fire. We're going to have some simulation and things that we're going to do to try to slowly get him back into the fold. But, you know, I don't want to put out anything out there, but I just know he's making great progress right now. So much that he was able to suit up tonight and move around a little bit. So he's showing really good signs. He's responding well to all the tests. And that's a positive because we know that he's a national team player. He's a very, very good player in this league for a long time. And, you know, we add a guy like that, it could be, again, even more weapons for us to have. And so, you know, we'll try to do it the right way. Obviously, time is of the essence. 2 weeks sounds long, but it's not that long. But, you know, we'll see how he goes, you know, day by day. That's kind of where it's at. And then Agassi, he's obviously still recovering. You know, he's been playing with something most of the year. And we figured, you know, it's the best thing for him to sit out and really rest and recover that thing. And hopefully he comes back well because, again, I mean, we're getting a guy who on multiple nights has had, you know, double-digit points throughout the season and huge nights and 5 and 6 threes. And so, again, when you add that type of firepower with a guy like this who can make those plays, I just think, again, we're just more and more dangerous. So I think, you know, sky's the limit for us. We obviously have to get back to work, but we're hoping to have both of those players come playoff time.
You were talking about being in a slum. Maybe you guys didn't shoot enough. You only shot 15 threes.
I think that's true, and you know that's something we'll watch on video. But I also think they were really spread out. I think they played really aggressive. This is the same thing last time we played them. They're really hugged up on the outsides. They're really you know, pressed up on the outsides, and so I think they were giving up some of the lanes and some of the 2-on-1s and things like that. And so, you know, there's probably a couple that you would say we should have shot. And then there's a couple that I think, you know, we didn't really have it. So we don't really want to force anything. The last 2 games we've really done well in the paint with paint points. But you're definitely right. I think with as good as a team as we are, we got to get more shots up. And we can't be afraid to shoot the next one. So we got to get back to it. We got to put more work into it because, I mean, to be honest, I think that's really one of the biggest things that's holding us back right now and making some people ask questions about us is, oh, you know, what's going on? It's like, well, we're just missing all of our shots, all of our layups, all of our free throws. And we're still winning games. So I can only imagine if we turn that around, I just think we're extremely scary moving forward. So I believe in the boys. I believe in the guys to do that. And I know everybody wants to get back on track from that standpoint.
I mean, like in the fourth quarter, you guys play pretty sloppy, couple of turnovers here and there. What did you tell, or any message you tell the team about those turnovers?
Not necessarily. I mean, I wasn't too heavy on it. There was a couple, like I said, we tried to pass the ball ahead. We tried to advance the ball quickly and maybe poke behind, or we throw the ball out of bounds, or we try to rush and then we lose it again. So, like, I would say there was 5 of them at least like that tonight. Just the excitement, the energy, the crowd. We're kind of playing that speed with that pace. So, you know, it's not what we want. We've been a pretty good turnover team all season long, and I don't expect us to you know, keep doing 17 turnovers, but we definitely got to protect the ball better. Like he said, he already mentioned it. That just gives them extra shots and extra opportunities to go, and I think we probably could have capitalized. A couple of times when we tried to go, we probably had a layup or a 2-on-1, and then we lost the ball again. So those are just moments that we have to capitalize on in the playoffs. You know, people will make us pay for those things. So we have to clean that up. But I trust us, and I don't think we've been a high turnover team all season, so it's not a big thing.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
I swear this is my last question, guys, but I just want to ask Perrin, what kind of shoes did you wear during warm-ups, and how does it help you during the game?
Yeah, so it's just like workout shoes, toe shoes, and it just help you connect with the court. Like it just get my feet and my arch and my ankles strong and just to feel the ground. Because, you know, basketball shoes takes away all the feeling. So I just like to warm up in those to get kind of activated.
Thank you.
Okay, congratulations for the victory tonight, especially against your biggest rival, of course, the second seed, Satria Muda. But maybe I want to ask 2 questions, but first question is about technical. We see throughout the game there's plenty of turnover and of course a missing 3-pointer. That we feel like Pelita Jaya can have a better lead against Satria Muda. What's your take with that missing 3-pointer and the turnover?
You know, kind of just what I said. I mean, look, basketball is a game of makes and misses. It really, really is. if we went out there and hit 15 threes tonight, everybody would say we're the best team in the world, you know? And so I just know that when you get feelings involved with things, it kind of jades or kind of blinds you, and we just go through the facts. We definitely missed, like you said, but throughout the season, we've been number one by a long shot on three-point percentage. So we have some of the best shooters in all of Indonesia. We have good import shooters, like you saw tonight where Jeff hits a big shot, and we just got to keep trusting it. We put the work in. Like we go out there, we do, you know, our practice, we do pre-practice, we do post-practice, we do in-practice shooting. Guys are getting the time in. So ultimately, as a coach, you just got to keep trusting and believing in and trying to get people open shots and open looks. And we're going to keep doing that, you know, keep finding ways to find confidence in these guys because we do have good shooters. The turnover piece, like I said, I just think we played to the crowd a couple times. We got excited. Everybody's screaming, everybody's going, the ball gets loose, and then the crowd starts screaming. And I think there's a couple times we probably should have grabbed it and slowed it, or just be more careful with it at times. And so that's where you have to trust the players to make those right decisions and kind of protect it in those ways. But like I said, it's not a good sign that we have 17 turnovers, but it's not alarming in the sense of like all season long, Pelita Jaya has been turning the ball over. That's not the case. And so I trust and believe that we go back, we watch the film, we make those corrections, and I think going forward, like P said, this type of game, now we're more prepared. I think it prepared us more for the playoffs, and it was a great game to play instead of playing like, you know, a bottom-seeded team where we finished the season. We got a real type of playoff atmosphere in this game, and I think that'll pay off for us later.
Okay, maybe my last question is like, can you give a message for the supporter? Of course, you said earlier that the fans' energy is really wilding inside the arena, and of course it supports the whole player. Can you give a message for the supporter, especially in the next 2 weeks we will see a playoff game? Yeah.
Yes. I think, you know, amazing fans, the PJ Holic fans, just the Jakarta people coming out and showing love and support. You know, seeing orange everywhere, everybody's representing our team and, you know, screaming about everything, having our back on every call. Like, it's just a big boost. And you know, we had conversations before, like getting this first seed just allows us to have home court advantage all the way through, so our fans can really, you know, make it difficult on these teams. You know, be loud, be crazy, support us, have our backs throughout these moments because, you know, the crowds can really affect games sometimes, you know, depending on how the player handles it or the team handles it. And so for me, just knowing that all the way through, all the way to the finals, we have that opportunity to have that home court advantage. Is a big deal for us. Now we got to go out there and make our fans proud and take advantage of it.
Maybe from Buford's opinion?
You know, fan support is really important. It gives you a boost. It's the sixth man is the energy, and sometimes, like Coach said, it can be to your downfall when you're playing for the crowd, but it also can be motivation. And I know I use it as motivation. Like I might look at a fan and, you know, give them eye contact and do a facial expression. They give me that energy back. Now it's like, okay, let's go reproduce that again. So, yeah, just come out and continue to support, continue to be loud, be crazy, and yeah, it'll push us through.
Thank you.
Is there any questions? No?